Welcome to the complete beginner's guide for the RØDE Wireless Micro. In this beginner's guide, we're going to go through everything you need to know to get the best audio out of this fantastic little microphone system. This video is going to be divided up to different sections. We're going to go through different things in different parts of this video. In the first part, we're going to go through what you get whenever you buy this RØDE Wireless Micro. In the second section, we're going to go through how you work with this wireless microphone system, what the different parts are, how you connect it to your phone, and what these LEDs actually indicate. In the third section, we're going to go through the RØDE Central app that you're going to use in your phone whenever you need to manage things with your RØDE Wireless Micro. And then in the fourth section, we're going to go through one thing that you probably didn't know about this RØDE Wireless Micro that makes it to an even better wireless microphone system. So now let's start with the first section, what's actually inside the box. So congratulations to Wireless Micro from RØDE. When you open up the box, you have first this inner box, and then when you open this up, you have some things that are falling out. The first things are these little papers that you have. This is a quick start guide, and this is just a safety instruction manual thingy. And then you also have two of these little furries that you can connect or attach to your RØDE Wireless Micro microphone whenever you're outside, so you're not getting any wind noise or rattle into the microphone. We also have this little USB-C to USB-C cord that you're going to use when you're charging this wireless microphone system. And the last thing is this little beautiful box. This is the charging case of the RØDE Wireless Micro. And if we open up this box, this is where you have the RØDE Wireless Micro, the microphones here on the sides, and then in the middle, that is the receiver that you're plugging into your phone. This one comes in two different versions. Either you buy the USB-C version or the Lightning version, depending on what kind of phone you have. Now let's take one of these microphones out from the case so we can see what it actually looks like. This is the transmitter. What we have here is that on the top here, we have microphones. You can see that it's microphone on the sides and also here at the front. At the back here we have a little magnet attached. So you, for example, can attach the wireless microphone system like this on a t-shirt. And the best thing with these wireless microphone system is that it's so lightweight, so you can actually attach it easily on a t-shirt without the t-shirt hanging down like this that it usually does with heavier systems. And if you can't connect it with this magnet, you have this little spring-loaded clip as well, so you can easily attach it, for example, at the top of a t-shirt or something else like this. Or maybe a hat, if you're wearing a hat and you would like to attach it here, like my friend Peter Lindgren, he usually has his wireless microphone systems attached to his hat instead. And this case is not only a case where you store your wireless microphone system, it's also a charging case, because here at the back side, here we have a USB-C port where you can plug in a charging cord. That means that you get an incredible amount of running time from this system. You get up to 21 hours of runtime, so you will easily run out the battery that you have in your actual phone. In the middle here we have the receiver itself. So this one, I usually, if you take a look here, on that side it's empty, and on that side we have a RØDE logo. I just have as a habit to attach it to my phone so the RØDE logo is facing towards me, and when I plug it in, it's going to be recognized by the phone, and it takes the battery from the phone itself, so there's no battery inside this receiver. And now we can see that these two LEDs are flashing. That means that they are not connected to any transmitter. So if I take out one of these transmitters from the charging case, we can see that this one is now solid. That means that this microphone is now connected to channel number 2 on this receiver. And whenever you do run out of battery, it takes about 3 hours to charge this full again. And each of these transmitters has about 7 hours of battery life, so even without this charging case, you have lots of battery inside each of these. And when you are recording audio outside, you should always have as a habit to put on these furry, because it will reduce all these wind noise that you're going to capture into this microphone if you don't. So if you take a look here, it's kind of closed here at the top on the inside. So that is the piece you're going to have this one, then put it in like that, and then you clip it in, and this is what it's going to look like. So you're not going to see that little flashing light whenever you have this wind furry on. However, you can see it here on the side. If you just take up this furry, you can see that there is the LED, so you can see the status of this microphone here as well. And this little furry removes so much of the wind noise, so even if you're out in a more or less hurricane, you will get great audio from this microphone. So take it off, you just take it from the bottom, just flip that up a little bit like that, and then you can just take it out again. And we can see that here we have an LED and we have the same LEDs here on the inside. Those ones are indicating the battery level of this system. So if it's green, that means that it's above 20% left. So here we can see that it's above 20. And when we close it, here we can see that we have above 20% charge in the charging case itself. So what can happen is that we are running out of battery in the charging case, but these ones are fully charged, or the opposite way around as well. When this one turns into amber instead, that means that we have somewhere between 10 and 20% battery. And when it turns red, then we have less than 10% left in the batteries. And whenever you put back one of these transmitters into the charging case, you can see that it's now start flashing. That means no, it's not flashing, but if it was to start flashing, that means that it's actually charging, and whenever it's solid, that means that it's fully charged. So now we can see that both of these transmitters are currently fully charged. And whenever you attach these microphones to a talent where you would like to record audio, try to have the microphone about this far away from the mouth, so somewhere like this. So this is usually a good place to have the microphone. If you have the microphone further away from the mouth, then you're going to get a lot more of the room tone and environmental sounds into the microphone, and you're going to feel just that you're far away from the microphone. If you have it a little bit closer, it's going to be a lot better. Inside these RØDE Wireless Micro, you have something that is called gain assist. Gain is basically the volume you have on the microphone, which means that the system itself can adjust the volume, the gain of the microphone, so you're going to get a good audio level even if the microphone is here or here. So now it's time to open up the RØDE Central app on your phone so we can go through whatever settings we have there, because the RØDE Central app, that is one of the ways you can administrate and do some changes inside this wireless microphone system. And there is actually another app from RØDE that you can use to do some changes inside the system, and with the RØDE Capture app you can actually use both cameras at the same time, and that's kind of cool when you do an interview style. If you would like to record the video of both you and me at the same time, then I can just with that app activate both that camera and that camera at the same time, so I can film both you and me at the same time. So try out the RØDE Capture app. But now it's time to go into the RØDE Central app so we can see whatever settings we can do inside this app, because this is an important app that you should download directly. And I can link to this app in the description and comment box below, so you can just download this one easily from one of these links. So when we've opened up this app, we're going to take out the receiver, and we're also going to take out the transmitters from the charging case, because that is how you turn them on. There is no power button on these systems at all. And then we're going to plug in the receiver into this phone where we have the RØDE Central app. So here we can see that we have the two transmitters and receiver here, and we have the receiver and transmitter down here. We can see that below that transmitter we have a little eye, so if you tap that eye, we get the information about the firmware version we have, and we can see that the device is up to date. It says if there was an update of the firmware, you would be able to download the update here from this app. And to go back again, just tap the eye again and you get the settings. And here we can see that we have the routing setting for these microphones. That means that if we have it on split, the audio that is coming from these microphones is going to be split into the left or the right channel. That means that the audio that is going to be recorded on one of them is going to be only on the left channel, and then the one is going to be on only the right channel. So if you listen to this audio that is recorded in headphones, for example, you're going to hear that the person that is talking into one of them is going to come out of one ear, and the other one is going to come out of the other one. So if you would like to have the audio to play from both the left and right speaker whenever you play that thing that you have recorded, then you need to fix this in your editing software, usually by just selecting that instead of having one of these microphones in stereo, you set this one to mono and this one to mono, and then you're going to get the audio to be streamed out of both speakers. So what you can do here is that you can change from split to merged on that split to merged again. Merged means that the audio from both of these microphones is going to be baked into the same track. The problem you can run into if you do that is that one person is maybe talking really loud and the other one really quiet, and then you can't adjust the volume of these separate tracks if they are merged into one, which you can do if you have split them up to one each. So that is one of the negative things by having it as merged. The next thing we can do, that is to adjust the brightness, and this is the brightness of the LEDs that we have down here. So if we tap that one, we can see they go from bright to a little bit dimmer. The next thing we have, that is the output gain. That is how loud the audio is going to come from the microphone into the video that you are recording, and I have found that high is the best setting to have here. Even high can be a little bit low sometimes. Now let's go into the settings for the RØDE Wireless Micro transmitters, and here we can have the eyes so we can see what firmware we have, and we can also adjust the brightness. That is basically the only thing we can do here. Let's see, it's that one. Yep, that is the one. By tapping that one, we just adjust the brightness of that little LED. So that is all the settings we have inside the RØDE Central app. And here at the top, we can see the battery level of the two transmitters. There is one more thing that I may need to mention that is really handy when it comes to this wireless microphone system. And that is that you can take this receiver and you can actually plug it into your computer to the USB-C port of your computer. And then you can just change the input source in your computer, and then you can use these two wireless microphone systems as computer audio to your computer. So if you have a conference, a meeting or something like that, and you have Zoom or another software running on your computer, then you can use these wireless mics as microphones for that meeting or that app or whatever you're doing. And that is really useful, that you are not limited to use this system only together with your phone. You can also use it together with your computer, and that makes this amazing. And if you like this video, please consider giving me a cup of coffee. It costs you $5, or you can maybe give me a super thanks, because that is the way for you to show your appreciation and for me to get paid. The next thing I should recommend, that is to take a look at the playlist that we have up here, because that is the RØDE Wireless Micro playlist, and hopefully you're going to find a lot more useful videos over there. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.